If you're all about anything health related, then I know you have heard the term intermittent fasting. It's a buzzword. It might be even a trend. A lot of people are talking about it nowadays. And me personally speaking, I have seen a lot of benefits of being on this intermittent fasting journey for well over 3 years. And in this video, I want to talk about my journey, the things I disliked, the things I love, and why I continue to stay on this journey of intermittent fasting. Let's ignite the world. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Jamie Dottie Garza. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. And on this channel, we ignite the world. And today I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting. Yes, a topic. Actually, this video, shout out to my son Carter. I asked him when I was reading him a goodnight story today. I was like, hey, Carter, I got to create some YouTube content. What should I talk about? And he said, Daddy, you should speak about fasting. Because he knows his daddy fasts. And I want to talk about intermittent fasting because there's oftentimes a lot of negative connotation with this. I see a lot of it on Facebook, people posting, like bashing it pretty much of how can you restrict your diet? That can't be healthy for you, not eating for this amount. Why are you starving yourself? My body's all out of whack. I get headaches. I can't do this. I hear it, yes. And you probably have heard it too if you're watching this video. But for someone who's been actively on this lifestyle for over 3 years now, I think maybe 4 years for real, if you really want to take it there, I have seen the other side and I am loving every moment of it because I too was not a believer in intermittent fasting. In fact, I got to attribute again to one of my best friends, Rocky, if you're listening to this. He's the one who put me on. He was on to intermittent fasting about, I think, 2016. And he was pushing himself to the limits. Here I was stuck in my head like, oh, I can't not eat, bro. I'm going to get a headache. I get hangry. I get annoyed. All these excuses. And I see the same excuses on my timelines. I see the same excuses and hear the same excuses from everybody else. And one day I was like, let me try it, because I was also in a time and this was why I didn't really know much about nutrition. I was just starting. I was 28, 29. So going into my early 30s, and I would sometimes overindulge in eating, like typically most Americans. In fact, one thing about America and what I've noticed about other countries, why we're so different, why we have a high obese factor in our country, is because we're programmed to eat 3 meals a day. And in between those meals, we are programmed to eat snacks throughout our day. And most of the time, those snacks aren't healthy choices. But nonetheless, you got to realize that our body, the more we eat, the more energy our body uses to break everything down. It's one of those things. We don't see air, right? We don't see the air we breathe, but it happens. And it's one of those things, when we eat, we don't see what's going on in our body. We don't feel like our body breaking things down, but it is happening right then and there. So if you think about yourself eating 3 full meals a day, breakfast in the morning, lunch, and maybe dinner at like 5, and in between you're snacking, it's no wonder you feel like you're lacking. It's no wonder you don't feel productive. It's no wonder you might have the itis. It's no wonder all these things that you don't have energy for, that you feel fatigued, that you don't want to get things done. And I'm a personal testament. The more I go on this journey and I realize we've been trained wrong our whole lives. I'm just a messenger here. I'm just trying to talk to y'all real quick because I'm so passionate about this lifestyle and I see the benefits from this lifestyle. Now, before I get into the benefits, let me be real. I ain't gonna hold you. When I was doing the intermittent fasting, I was trying to do the 16 hours by 8. That means 16 hours you don't eat, and then there's an 8-hour window of when you can eat. And I would try, fall back, but I was doing it piece by piece. Like, it didn't happen overnight for me. And I think one time I tried it and it clicked for me because I got kids. I was one to always fall victim at night and eat the kids' snacks. So I would be doing good, right? I would like fast for a good 16 hours, have the window, and then after 9 p.m., I ate dinner, I would want to go in the kitchen and eat some cereal at like 11 or eat some kids' fruit snacks at 12 because I used to stay up late and it wasn't working. But because of that, though, because at that time, guess what? I was drinking a lot of alcohol. Guess what? I was smoking weed. I was doing all these things. I was getting munchies. So I couldn't really fully give it the best I can do. And that's why over the past 3 years, I have been able to give it my all. And now I find throughout my day, like when I break my fast, right? Because let's break this down. Breakfast, right? Let's spell that out. Fast. That's breakfast. Essentially, your first meal of the day, you're breaking your fast. We've been programmed as Americans this whole time that you have to have a well-balanced breakfast in the morning to be the best you can be. I strongly disagree because when you're waking up, your body's waking up. You need hydration more than anything. Drink some water. Replenish. Our body's made it 70% water, right? You need to replenish that. And then you want to, let's use, my kids are in school now, so you want to go in school, okay, eat a big breakfast, and you got your first class at 9, and you're really supposed to stay off focus because your body's just working off energy and you're supposed to stay focused. See, with me, and what I've learned is if I eat breakfast early at like 10 or 11, I don't want to do nothing else. My regimen for walking, working out, staying focused on the tasks that need to get done, optimizing my day, whether creating content, sending out emails, getting on meetings, filming my clients, like it's a whole list. But when I eat, I don't want to do anything afterwards. So I lose energy and I'm not as efficient. What I realized in this intermittent fasting, yes, I can go 16 hours. So for me, let's say I have a window between 3 and 9, right? Wait, if we're doing 16, 8, might be even more hours. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 12 p.m., let's say I break my fast, right? In between the window of 12 and 9 p.m., I can eat everything, my food. And this is the recommended one I recommend everybody start out with. So you have a window to eat from 12 to 9 p.m. After 9 p.m., don't eat nothing else. Don't even eat breakfast when you wake up. Just hydrate your body until 12 o'clock comes through. And that's the baby steps to start because 16, 8 method. For me nowadays, I'm so advanced and I'm just so grateful. Blessings to the man above for the discipline. And especially now I'm immersed in my Bible and realizing that fasting was mentioned a ton in the Bible because a lot of disciples used it to lean into more prayer. And I become one of those people why I love fasting, by the way. I'll get into that a little bit later. Nowadays, I maybe won't break my fast till 3 p.m. as a norm. 5 p.m., 6 p.m. if I'm really on it and I'm really focused that day. And once that 3 p.m., that 6 p.m. comes in, my focus is ignited. I am like on one. I'm like, woo, nature boy, Ric Flair. Woo. No drugs needed, no caffeine, no Red Bulls, no energy drinks, no Prime, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing. It's just life, homie. It's right here for us. It's the blessing right here. Fasting. And then when 6 p.m. comes, or maybe sometimes I'll do a 22-hour fast. Yeah, you can ask my wife. Sometimes it just happens like that. I'll do that for a week, whatever God calls me to. That's where I'm at right now, but I'll always break my fast with some fruit. I don't break it with no garbage, no basura, no junk food, no chips, no heavy fats. Like I'm breaking it. I already don't eat meat. So I'm breaking it with some blueberries, some bananas, some peaches, some peanut butter banana on a rice cake, berries, blueberries, watermelon, pineapple. I am breaking it with a nice cold fruit bowl. And I love this because my daughter is 11, about to be 11 months. She eats the fruit with me. And my dog, he's a French bulldog. He just turned 3 the other day. They hover around me because they eat the same fruit. We love fruit, and it's our thing. My oldest Carter is on it too. He's 6. He's starting to want to try fasting. It's a big influence. Like if you ask my wife, sometimes he'll be playing a game or doing his thing on the weekend. It'll be like 1 p.m. He ain't eat breakfast. Hey, Carter, you hungry? No, I'm fasting. It's adorable. I didn't teach him. I didn't tell him to do this. He's trying it for himself, at a young age. But yeah, fasting is it's such a game changer. And I'm a big advocate for it because when I mention I fast, I'm not doing it as a fad. I'm not doing it to lose weight, but the benefits are there. Like I would say right now, I'm about 5'11", but I'm always constantly about 185, 188. That's my weight. I work out, I do my thing. But what I love about it is in that pocket of maybe 6 hours, 5 hours, I might do 22 hours fasting, or I might do 20 hours fasted, 4-hour window. It depends. It all depends. But what I will say is in that window, right, I have the opportunity to eat my one meal, maybe even eat a dessert. I don't try to do too much craziness with the desserts. I'm very mindful of my sweet tooth, but shoot, my wife made brownies the other day. Hey, I'm eating a brownie. I'm eating some ice cream. I'm eating a cookie. But I'm not having the guilt because I'm not overindulging. And what I realized with fasting is once I eat my fruit, that fills me up already. I can eat a regular meal, whether we're eating pizza or my wife cooks some collard greens, some mac and cheese, some rice, might get kava. I can have my one meal and I am full. Like I am full. You would think that I would want to overindulge and just be hungry. And what I found out, because I'm literally in the trenches with this too. I broke my fast early last week for some reason. Oh yeah, because my wife was cooking. Our baby started to eat solid food. So I was like, shoot, I'm going to show you how to eat these pancakes. So I broke my fast early. But what I found out is that my discipline just went all down the drain. Started at 11 a.m., right? And then all of a sudden, 1 p.m. come, oh, let me go get some more food. Okay. Next hour come, let me get a snack. And I was just making bad choices. And then eventually my work day was gone. I wasn't as productive. I had a list of what I wanted to accomplish. Not all of it was getting accomplished. And I just ended up back to square one. And I was like, what the heck? Let me get back on routine. So when I'm not fasting, I'm thrown off. Like fasting keeps me disciplined. Fasting keeps me focused. Fasting keeps my energy up. Fasting just makes me a more optimized and better man. And a lot of the people watching this channel, you guys are men out there. I look at my analytics and you want to be the best version of man you can be. And a lot of it, whether you're a father, whether you're a leader, whether you have kids, whether you're it's a husband, you have to be a man. And this is like one of the culminations I feel that we aren't taught a lot because no one's really talking about it. Everyone's talking about the negatives. You got to retrain your body. You got to rewire that mind. Fasting is nothing new, especially intermittent fasting. But fasting, I should say, is nothing new. It was in the Bible. Daniel, he started fasting. A lot of, and when I go back to prayer, just mention that I use fasting as a means of prayer. I'm able to get the answers I need from God because I pray. During that, I love to walk, take a lot of spirit strolls, I call them. I take a lot of walks and I talk to God and I do a lot of prayer. I sit out, I read a lot. I read at least 10 pages of the Bible every day, 10 pieces of reading, period. And I meditate on his word. And during the times of fasting, man, like all the answers I have just come clear. That's how a lot of this content is being created, to be honest. Answers from God because of fasting. It's in the Bible. Daniel fasted often. Daniel fasted often when they were about to put him in the lion's den. That man fasted. Even when he came to, Babylon, I think? and the king was trying to offer him meats and stuff, he was like, nah, good off that. Just give me some rice and vegetables. And most of all, just fast. That's what he did. You're not starving yourself. You're not depriving yourself. I tell my kids all the time, I use it as a mechanism to show that your body doesn't need to eat 3 meals a day. You don't need to be snacking mindlessly, eating junk all day. I'm a leader in my household, so I like showing what can be done. I had no one teaching me this growing up. There was not even no YouTube videos talking about benefits of this period. So it's my duty to show you guys exactly what's on the other side and what potentially it could mean for you, especially if you're a young man like myself. I'm 34 years old, staying committed to it because I vouch for it. And I'm going to continue to vouch for it. People be dogging fasting like it's a fad, or they just want to lose weight quick and this and that. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. The real reasons is like, our body is meant to be like this. We're only meant to eat one big meal. You know, you don't need to overindulge yourself. That's why our obese rate is out the roof. Plus, the benefit of fasting keeps your blood sugars lower. You're able to control more in your diet. And you're better. You have discipline. You have a plan. But most importantly, that energy. You don't need energy drinks. Man, fasting is a way of life. Intermittent fasting, if you guys have been wondering, take baby steps. I took baby steps when I first started 4 years ago. 16 hours fasting, 8-hour window, and that can increase. Maybe you start the clock at 3 p.m., go 3 to 9 p.m., right? It's what, 6 hours, 6-hour window to eat. Use the rest of the hours to not eat anything. Water, drink a lot of water. Water fills you up. Water fills you up. And I'm not a big coffee drinker. I always drink with water. Again, I don't use no extra anything in my regimen. I don't use any coffee. I don't use energy drinks. I don't use none of that. I drink regular spring water. So if you guys are out there wondering the benefits from intermittent fasting, if you're wondering what it might look like for you, if you want to hear a relatable story, that's what I have for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, leave in the comments below your journey, where you're at. And I'll make more content like this. If you guys enjoy it, consider subscribing to the channel. Just be the best version you can be, baby. Ignite the world.